Hello everyone and welcome to LTspice tutorials. In this tutorial we explain how to simulate RC or resistor-capacitor circuits for non-zero initial conditions. That is, we explain how to obtain a time response of an RC circuit for non-zero initial conditions. And here is the example that we will cover in this video tutorial. You can see a circuit consisting of the capacitor, resistor, and the ground. Over here, we specified a non-zero initial condition. First of all, we have specified that the initial voltage across the terminals of our capacitors is 5 volts. And over here, we are performing a transient analysis. And after we run the simulation, you can see how the voltage behaves over time. Namely, this green line over here shows an exponentially decaying function, and this is in accordance with the theory. In fact, this simulation and its time constant almost perfectly match analytical results. Before we explain how to implement the RC circuit in LTspice, and before we explain how to simulate this circuit in time domain, let's briefly revise the theory behind the RC circuits. The formulas shown over here will help us to actually verify the accuracy of the simulation. In our previous video tutorial, we have derived this expression over here that shows the voltage as the function of time, resistance, and capacitance. Over here, V0 is the initial voltage across the terminals of the capacitor. If we introduce this tau symbol as RC, this expression over here can be written like this. Tau is called as the time constant, and you will see in the sequel importance of the time constant. Let's explain this. Let's assume that the resistance is 1000 ohms, and let's assume that the capacitance is 0.001 Fahrenheit. If we substitute R and C in the expression for tau, we will obtain the time constant of 1 second. Let's now explain the significance of this time constant. If we substitute in this equation t by tau, we will obtain this expression. Namely, we will obtain V0 e to the power minus tau over tau, and this gives you V0 e to the minus 1 or V0 over e. That is, we conclude that when time is equal to tau, the voltage is 0.368 of the initial voltage, and this is very, very important. If we substitute, for example, initial voltage of 5 in this expression, then we will obtain that after a single time constant, the value of the voltage should be 1.84. This is what our theory predicts, and our simulation results should match these theoretical predictions. Another important thing that's related to the time constant is that approximately 4 or 5 constants, the voltage should be approximately 0. And this is another sanity check that enables us to verify our simulation results. So let's start with simulation. Okay, let's start with simulations. The first time you open LTspice, you will see this empty screen. Then click on File and click on New Schematics. Let's start with modeling. The first step is to add a capacitor. For that purpose, locate this icon, click here, and place the capacitor over here. And do the right mouse click to exit the capacitor mode. Next, let's add a resistor. To add the resistor, simply click here and place the resistor over here. And do the right click. Next, let's connect the resistor and capacitor like this. And this is our basic circuit. However, we are missing the ground. To insert the ground, simply click over here and place the ground here. Then again do the right mouse click to exit the ground mode, then connect the ground to our circuit. You can do it simply like this. To properly connect the ground, you actually have to hover over the ground and then click here, and the line will occur and connect this line to the main circuit. Here we are. Then do the right mouse click. The next step is to adjust the values of resistance and capacitance. First of all, locate the resistor, do the right click, and specify the resistance of 1000. Then over here, locate the capacitance, do the right click, and specify 0.001 and click OK. The next step is to learn or to explain how to adjust the initial condition. For that purpose, you need to locate the net. So click the net and then over here give a name. Let's call the net as N1, which is short for node 1, and click OK, and then place this N1 on this line somewhere over here and then do the right click. The purpose of this is now that we have a node over here or the net, and we can specify the initial value of our net. In this way, we're going to specify the initial value of the voltage across our capacitor terminals. To specify the initial condition, you need to find this .t, which is short for SPICE directive. So click here, and over here you have an editor and space where you can write. Write this IC, which is short for initial conditions. However, before IC you need to type dot. And then you need to specify V, which is short for voltage, and then in parentheses type N1 and specify the initial voltage to be equal to 5. In this way, we are able to define the initial voltage across the terminals of our capacitor. Again, .IC, which is short for initial condition, and then V, which is our voltage of this net N1 is equal to 5. And click on OK and place it over here. The next step is to adjust our transient analysis. For that purpose, you can either click here or do the right mouse button and click on Configure Analysis. Here you need to specify the stop time. How to properly select the stop time? Well, if we go back to our formulas, we can see that the time constant in our case is 1 second. The transient response will approximately be equal to 0 after 5 or 6 time constants, and consequently over here we can extend the simulation to, for example, 7 time constants or 7 multiplying 1, which gives you 7 seconds. So let's specify here 7, and that's it. Leave other entries empty and click on OK and put it over here. And that's it. We are now ready to simulate this circuit. To simulate the circuit, simply click here and the simulation will start. However, nothing is shown over here. To show the results, do the right click here and click on Add Traces. And over here you can see what happens. V of N1 is the voltage at this net N1. And let's click over here, OK, and voila, magic happens. You can see the voltage at N1, and you can see that the voltage drop is significant after 1 second. Now let's verify our results. To verify our results, we need to go back to our formulas and we need to analyze what is written over here. Our formulas predict that after a single time constant, the value of voltage will be 0.368 multiplying V0. Since in our case V0 is 5, we expect that approximately after a single time constant or approximately after 1 second, the value of the voltage will be 1.84. So let's verify this. If you go here, and we can see over here that we are basically after one second, you can see over here, and then if you go approximately up, you will see the value, and we are approximately there. That is, if you go a little bit further, you can see that you are precisely at the predicted value. This means that our simulation works as it should. Furthermore, you can verify this. For example, after 5 or 6 time constants, that is after 5 or 6 seconds, you will see that the response, that is the voltage, is approximately 0. This means that we have properly simulated this circuit. Okay, that's all for today, and thanks for watching.